Thank you for joining me out there. This is the Phil Taylor Jones Show. And today, I guess like a lot of my other videos, I'm coming to you on a desperately serious note. As you more than likely heard in the news today, the Ebola victim or patient that was in Texas has now died from this fatal disease. About 30 minutes after that, there was a case here in Los Angeles. A victim was admitted to the hospital from some part of Africa. I forget, it escapes me right now, but they're not saying that it's actually Ebola that this person has, but you read between the lines. This person's been isolated in an isolation ward all to himself. So it makes one think, how serious is this problem? Let's go back a little bit. When the Ebola virus outbreak in Africa first started, maybe these are some of the precautions we should have taken. As my grandmother used to say, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. In other words, if you don't allow something to happen in the first place, you don't have to worry about eradicating it in the second. Okay, let's go to this bastard that we call a president. And I hope you're listening, because I mean this exactly for you, you idiot. You and your stupid open door policy. Let them all come in. It's gonna get us fucking killed. The minute this outbreak happened, you should have shut down flights from anywhere in Africa, the whole continent. I don't give a damn if it's Madagascar. You don't come into the US. This is a deadly, deadly disease that has killed more than the 3,300 that they're saying over there. I believe it's higher than that, much higher, more, maybe even 33,000. But did you do that? No, because you're an idiot. You allowed planes to come here. You're still continuing to allow planes to come here from Africa. If I were in your shoes, and I wouldn't give a tinker's damn what anybody thought, the first thing I would have done is said no more flights from Africa, period. End of story. If American citizens or people from Africa that are here have families over there or loved ones that are ill with the Ebola virus or at the point of death, if you want to go see them, fine. I glory in your spunk. But here's the deal. When you go over there, be prepared to stay, because you will not be permitted back into the United States of America up to at least 2 years until they put that damn thing in the can. As a president, my people would come first. Did you do that? No. This person went over there. This fella that died went over there and contracted that disease and knowingly came back with it, because the fella died too damn quickly. He came back on or about the 28th of September. It is now the 8th of October. The guy is stone cold dead in the market. So somebody knew something. He knew something. Now, there will be some idiots out there that will argue, oh, well, 2 Ebola victims came back and it's the same thing. No, the hell it isn't. Those 2 people came back on a private jet with the pilots and the attending personnel in full protective gear. They landed at a remote airstrip, straight from that private jet to an ambulance, to the isolation ward at the hospital. No other lives were at danger or at risk. This fella, Lord rest his soul, came back on an airliner. Now, any of you out there, if you've ever been on a 757, 67, 77, 87, or 47, an Airbus 320, 340, or 380, you know that these are huge jets, heavy jets, capable of carrying 200 or more passengers. This sick man was on that damn plane, coughing and sneezing and farting all over everybody, with the air recirculating and going out for maybe 15 to 14 to 16 hours. Landed in Texas. He gets off the damn plane, walks through the airport, infecting I don't know how many people, hopefully into the car of his fiance. Because if he took a train or a bus or a cab to his final destination, how many people had he affected? And then there's the other thing to think about. That plane load of people that he was amongst. Did they all get off in Texas? Or was it one of those connecting flights? You let maybe 100 off in Texas, you take on 100. That means 100 more are possibly affected. And then where did that plane finally end up? All of those people now on that plane are all over this country probably, and maybe just as sick as he is or was. And then if the plane was just sent over to be cleaned and refurbished for service again, it wasn't detoxed. It wasn't contamination free after the exercise of supposedly cleaning it, because nobody knew. So therefore, that disease is just sitting on that plane vegetating and waiting for its next victim to jump on. Because the plane wasn't properly taken care of. And now it's probably carried 2 or 3 or 4 plane loads of people, therefore infecting them. This thing is like popcorn. And this idiot that's supposed to be a president who couldn't leave rats to a goddamn garbage can is at fault. Because he had this stupid open door policy. And didn't I tell you in the last video that he's got us looking at the skies for ISIS, and Ebola victims are walking in the back door? And now someone over there in Washington, I don't know if it was that jackass or somebody else, come up with the idea, oh, well, now we're going to start screening for Ebola at the airports. Big frickin' deal. You wouldn't have to screen for anybody at the airports if you stopped being so goddamn greedy and shut flights down from anywhere in Africa. Do you need money that badly? Do you want prestige? And do you want to bolster your own ideology that much that you kill people? What do you call it when you kill people? I think the fucking term is murder. That bastard should be impeached. And any other sick son of a bitch that backs him needs to be impeached. Wipe him out. In fact, send them over there to Africa and let them catch goddamn Ebola. This thing is serious as hell. Do I believe these dumbass doctors talking about, oh, we can't catch it by airborne? They don't know how you can catch this thing. They can only speculate. And after the person is dead and their ass is in the grave, oh, well, yeah, I guess we made a big mistake. Maybe you can catch it that way. I'm not sure of anything any of these assholes have to say, because they're a bunch of freaking liars. So, here we are, having to look around now. When I spoke before and said, well, maybe it's not such a big scare because we have the technology and everything, yeah, I still stand by that. What I don't stand by is them assholes. Like I told you before, I don't worry about ISIS. I worry about them asses in Washington not doing their damn job to protect us. Yeah, if you're going to isolate cases, bring them in private planes and make sure that the attendees are in full contamination gear, shuttle that person directly from that private airplane to a waiting ambulance and then to the hospital. Yeah, maybe if you bring them in a few at a time or something, if need be, maybe we are safe. But not if you're going to allow all of these sick people to come from these different parts of, what's the name of that place? Sierra Leone and Nigeria and Liberia and all these places infected with the disease to fly in with a shitload of passengers on the plane and then let them off in the biggest cities of the United States. Yeah, we have a whole lot to worry about. Because the next person you see walking down the street coughing and sputtering may have it. You don't know. They're not taking proper precautions. And if the idiot is still going to allow aircraft to come over here with plane loads of people possibly affected with the virus, don't screen them at the airport amongst all the other innocent, well people. Take them over there to the north field of the airport somewhere, set up a damn tent, and pull them off the goddamn plane there. How stupid is this guy? God, I have never seen such idiocy in my life. I read in Facebook some of the comments that the guy could possibly be an ISIS terrorist. You know, he run over there, get sick, and then come over here on the slide with a plane load of people just to infect everybody. Well, we don't know that. Why don't we know that? Because this Mr. Idiot President has this open door policy. Everybody comes in. So you don't know if it's ISIS or the Ebola victims or Ebola perpetrators wanting to cough on you and get everybody sick. You don't know. And this idiot just still bounces down the airplane and, you know, I'm doing the best I can. He's not doing a goddamn thing. Bastard! Ooh, boy, I'll tell you. I'm sorry that we actually have to have this ass in office for another year or so. He should be impeached. I can't stand that guy. I never could. And this deal right here proves that he shouldn't be allowed to lead a rat to a goddamn garbage can. The first thing you do is protect your own countrymen, your American people. And he failed miserably to do that, a bastard. Now, heaven knows where these outbreaks are going to go. They claim they have a few under quarantine in Texas. There was a whole plane load of people that this fella came over here with. So the stupid slanted news media, who I wouldn't believe, okay, depending on when you're seeing this video, today happens to be Wednesday. Well, I wouldn't believe that stupid ass news media if they told me the day was Wednesday. I've checked my calendar 8 times. Because they're slanted and they will come up with anything he tells them to come up with. So they showed 4 or 5, maybe 6 little people walking around. They had a shot from a helicopter walking around that they were halfway through the gestation period, which is 2 weeks. I don't believe that crap. There are more of them out there because he came over here with a plane on a plane load full of them. And we don't know how that has dominoed. How that has blossomed out. And who are we going to, get to protect us or tell us the truth? Him? This idiot president and his slanted news media? I don't think so. It'd be better getting information from Santa Claus. Need to watch out for what's going on, people, because they ain't telling us a whole lot of stuff. The man died too quickly. 28th, do the math, the 28th of September. Here we are, the 8th of October. The guy is dead. Somebody told a damn lie. Either he caught it and he knew it when he hopped his ass on the airplane, or he's just daft out of his brain. His fiance has walked around. Has she got it? Probably because in the time that he's came back, they probably had relations. Well, she's probably got it up to yin yang. And how many other people? We better learn to keep these people that are over there. We got too many damn problems in this country that need to be taken care of, besides sitting up trying to worry about who's got the damn Ebola virus and who's got a missile to shoot up our ass or something. We got our own damn problems. And anybody we elect to office needs to understand that. They're always talking about taking care of the middle class. How about taking care of every class so that no American citizen feels like he has no class? He's talking about training people to send them over there to Liberia and to Sierra Leone and Nigeria and all this to help out with you. Just like he doesn't want to put any boots on the ground in Syria and Iraq and even more boots in Afghanistan. He shouldn't be wanting to put no damn boots down over there in Africa. Because those people want to come back home, and how do we know that they're protected well enough that they're not bringing the damn virus back? If I had been president, I would say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Because you don't want to cut people off. You don't want to people to think that you don't give a damn. I care, but I care up to a point. Self-preservation is the first law of nature, and on that score, I'm damn law-abiding. This is what I would have done. I would have said, look, people, we're going to send you all the supplies you can muster. We don't have any serums just yet. I believe they're still working on that, but what we got, we're going to send you. I'll get with your financiers. We'll put $25 million in your account so that you can purchase what you need to purchase to help these victims. But would I allow people to go over there? That's a suicide mission. Look at the people that have gone over there thus far. They've come back infected. Thank goodness they survived. But that's a suicide mission. I'm not going to allow people. Now, if you want to go over there, then say, okay, see you, but you will not be coming back on this soil for the next 2 years. So we make sure that that shit's in the can and that it doesn't come out stinking. That's some bad stuff. My brother read some stuff on it this morning, how you start bleeding from the inside and sometimes from the outside. You get fevers. I mean, it's no walk in the park to get that. It's not like you picked up the sniffles. I mean, why call the fire department when the goddamn house is burned down? You call them when they see the first sign of smoke. God, I mean, there's nothing worse than an idiot government to fuck people over. And this is the worst goddamn government I've ever seen in my life. Headed up by the biggest asshole that ever smelled. Ebola is here. How much, how intense, how deeply rooted it is, I don't know. But I would figure it's more than what they're letting on. Like I said, that guy died too quickly. Too damn quickly. And there are other people out there because he was on a plane load. He didn't come in by private jet like these other two victims. It's something to think about. They're talking about the people going over to places like Syria and to other Arab places where these ISIS people are and training. People from Great Britain, from various countries, going over there to train and coming back with knives and other things to chop people's heads off like they did the two American and the British journalists. Here again, with these open door policies that these dumbass governments utilize, if you take your ass over there to Syria, if you take your ass over there to any other of these places where ISIS is prevalent, if you get a chance to do something on American soil, it sure won't be because we let you in the front door with a welcome mat and some fucking roses saying welcome. You're going to have to put yourself to a hell of a lot of trouble to get back. So if you take your ass over there, if I were president, you'd stay. It's time to tighten the gap. It's time to shut the fucking door. What more do you want? How many lives have to be lost in this damn country because you're too stupid to realize that we need to protect American citizens? Everything has a limit. If you max out your damn credit card and you go try to purchase something else, it ain't happening. If you get on a damn bus and it's loaded to capacity, it says, sorry, you have to wait on the next one. It's loaded. The door closes. You're at an amusement park and say the max cap is 10,000 people. If you're the 10,000th and one person, they turn your ass away because the park is full. When will these goddamn idiot politicians realize this country is full? If you got your own countrymen out on the streets, the country is full. You cannot provide for your own people. How many of you have driven under an underpass on the freeway and seen Tent City? How many people have come up to you, say in the past year, and asked you for money? How many times have you seen a person walking down the street and you say, oh my God, look at that poor nasty person? Think about it. We elect these fuckbags. Yeah, we put them in office. because they come up with some grandiose speech that they don't mean, because they are the worst slimy fuckers that ever slithered across the street. They don't care about you, and this bastard that we got in there now certainly doesn't care about us. If he's allowing victims with this dreaded, deadly, heinous disease to freely come into this country on airliners, for God's sake, he doesn't give a tinker's damn about you or me. So it's time for the American people to get fucking wise to what this bastard is up to. Thank you for your support. Better yet, you can thank me, you can thank yourselves by really scrutinizing what these bastards are up to, because they don't give a goddamn about us. All they care about is stuffing their fucking pockets with money and living off the fat of the land and living off our backs. Well, let them get on their own damn backs and live. That is, if the Ebola virus doesn't get us all first, thanks to this idiot. Impeach the bastard. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time on the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Stay safe.